Do you have a 2009 Ford Fusion with the old style oil filter housing? You know the one that tends to strip out on you all the time because it's plastic, and every time you put a wrench on it, the plastic tends to rip off. Or even worse, it's got an Allen fastener on the bottom, which when you go to take it off, somebody has stripped it before you because you need to change out those little O-rings that are on there. It's a terrible design. Worst yet, you have to put that paper filter. Well, this is the video for you. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to change the adapter plate from the old style housing to a new style housing. Very similar to Hondas and Toyotas, with a metal type based filter that you just buy, screw on and screw off, and it doesn't strip as easy. And we're going to go ahead and tackle this job with the help of my buddy Jay Who, and I will go ahead and pin his channel in the description so you could go ahead and subscribe to him as well. Here's what you're going to need to tackle this job: a 3/8 ratchet, a 1/2 inch socket for the oil drain bolt, which should be torqued to 19 foot-pounds, a 10mm socket for the adapter plate fasteners, which should also be torqued to 18 foot-pounds, a 3/8 extension set with knurling because you're going to be dealing with oil and could slip. That suggestion comes from Jay Who. Then you're also going to need the engine oil filter adapter, and I put the part number there for you to go ahead and screen capture. You will want to add the engine oil filter adapter gasket, the standard ignition 1 terminal oil pressure switch, and the oil filter. Again, all the part numbers are placed there for you to do a quick screen capture while you work on your car. One of the first things you're going to have to do is lift the car. We're going to use ramps here, and we're going to go ahead and chalk the back wheels here. Just imagine that we've done it right now, and this way we could get underneath the car. We'll go ahead and turn this over right here where you could see the Ford adapter plate right there, number. And this is what it looks like here. You're going to have 4 fasteners right there. You'll also need to replace the gasket here, which you've got, and there's the part number for you. Now remember, next time you go and get your oil filter going forward, you're going to have to ask them for the one that fits this. These are the oil filter part numbers right there. There's the Motorcraft number right there. There's the Fram. There's the Mobile 1 right there. Once we go underneath the car, the oil filter is right there. See that? This is that weird one where it's got the Allen right there, and it's got that piece you got to pull out. You got to pull out that paper filter, and then right above is the housing. It's right there. So the first thing you got to do is drop the oil on this thing, because obviously you can't work with this with the oil. And we're going to do that by loosening the nut that's back here. To take off that oil drain plug, use a 1/2 inch socket. Ready? There we go.
Because this car has over 280,000 miles, you can see the wear and tear that mechanics and DIYers have put on this cap. And I've already replaced it once, so I know I did some of that damage there. So all the corners are rounded off, and it's really hard to get off. So changing that to the metal oil filter is definitely going to be handier than doing this. You see the plastic shavings coming off?
Yeah, that thing's just like ripping. Now, with the oil drain and the oil filter removed, we can go ahead and start removing the oil filter adapter plate. We're going to go ahead and do that with a 10mm socket, and we're starting with the upper left-hand corner. As you can see, the adapter has 4 fasteners that should be torqued down to about 18 foot-pounds. So that means it's going to be a little hard at first, and then it'll get really easy to take those fasteners out. I have to tell you that I think we could have done this from the top as well. You may not necessarily need to lift the car. Where I have the camera angled is probably a perfect angle for you to reach the adapter plate. It may be a little tough because there's a lot of things in the way. You've got a lot of hoses, a lot of cables, a lot of connectors, and you want to be careful not to break any of that and make yourself more work. But if you can't get under the car easy, I really think you could do it from the top.
Now we can see where to pinch it.
It's a really good habit to get into to go ahead and do a stare and compare of your new part to your old part to make sure that everything matches. And that's what we're doing here right now.
All right, so looks like everything's gonna line up real nice. And I think we're just gonna go ahead and change this. I mean, it's not gonna hurt. 287 plus thousand miles on this vehicle. Let's just go ahead and spend another 20-30 bucks on this sensor that's gonna go right here. So again, this is from a Ford Focus, and this is the Ford Fusion. I believe they also said the Ford Ranger. So anything with the 2.3 Mazda engine, you can make this change. You can get rid of those stupid hard cartridge with the O-rings and all that, and just go to a straight metal filter.
And here's your part number. This is the brand we got from O'Reilly's. This is the Professional Quality Automotive Standard brand. Probably not OEM, but heck, it'll do. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get a part number for you here. Finish twisting that. There you go. It looks like it's PS312. And you have to make sure that you get the one with the single pin right here. There's one with 3 pins, and that one is for, they say, the light, and this one's for the gauge. That's the differentiator. What we did is we just matched the one with the 1 pin right there versus that one with the 1 pin, so that we knew we were getting the same exact thing.
All right, so we want to get rid of some of this so that gasket fits flush, but always plug the holes, but not in a manner where it's too far in, but where you can get them out. So we're just going to clean that up a little bit with our Milwaukee. A little bit on the side here. All right. Press too hard.
Yeah, that's an aluminum engine, right? Or aluminum piece there. So you don't want to you don't want to take out too much. Yep. You just want to clean it. Don't go crazy.
And I think that's where we're going to be at. I'll hit it with some brake clean. Get this out. All right, so we got the gasket in. We got 1 bolt. We're just gonna start this. Again, this is aluminum. Take your time. If it doesn't feel right, back it out. Try it again until it feels right. Do not force the threads. Whatever you do.
Make sure to preload the gasket. You may not have seen him do that, but he put the gasket on there first.
And there's the gasket.
On the housing side. See the gasket right there? You see it?
Finger tight first. Always finger tight. Alright, that's all hand tight. There it is. Nice little snap.
Not shown in the video is we went underneath and made sure that we plugged up the oil pan with the oil pan bolt that goes on there, the fastener. And here we go. We're gonna start filling the engine with oil. All right, we're gonna go turn on the car and check for leaks. And that's how you upgrade your 2009 Ford Fusion to a spin-on filter using the oil filter adapter. Special thanks to Jay Hu for visiting with us and sharing his latest projects. My channel is here to help you. Please be sure to watch a few other videos and see if it makes sense for your viewing needs and consider subscribing. This is Ed the Old Tech Guy telling you I love you, and I'm with my buddy, Jay Hu.